doors. Do parents not understand that doors work in two directions? I'm not salty at all. But hello. So what we're doing today is we are setting up the commands, which I've just done silently, and B, making a team repaint because Jordan can't for the day. So I'm going to do my best. I don't know what these bits are, but I'm just going to select everything that's blue and is not that stripe. Yeah? Yeah. So now we have this, which is already basically the livery. There we go, done. Livery is finished. Hang on, I need to do it a little differently. Oh, so not going to remember my selections. No, it's fine. Okay, let's turn on this layer. And also, 9, select that. I don't know which bits these bits are, but sure. Also, I think I'm probably just going to make the whole roof that. 9. Unfortunate. But I think I'm probably just going to make the entire roof that colour. So let's just go ahead and grab it all. That bit's overlaid on the top of it anyway. This'll be fine. This'll be fine. Just you wait and see. There we go. Hello. We've got the basics of it going already. Let me just move that over there. Yeah. This stuff's going to be more interesting to do because I can't just grab it off here and be done with it. So I'm probably going to have to just replicate it. I mean, can I use this as a like an overlay mask, maybe? Yeah, I can just use this as an overlay, can't I? So if I just select everything that is black and eliminate it, then I can just use this as an overlay layer, and instead of doing that I can just fill in block colors and then do that. There we go. It's not going to be quite as good as Jordan's want, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Absolutely fine. Don't you worry about a thing. Ooh, I got an emote thanks to Evad Rave's subscription. Hello. Thank. Log thank. What am I going to do about this? I mean, this isn't as pretty as it should be. Just do a 1 pixel blur on it to take away those jaggies. It'll look fine. So what do I need to do? I need to add all of these stripes. So, first stripe, this colour. So that's just a big chunky stripe boy. Adjustments, brightness, contrast, brightness, black. Okay, then let's just pick up this color and fill an entire layer with it. So can I do something like multiply or additive? No. Darken? That'll do. That will do. Yeah, plus I get... Oh, I get... There we go, I get a pride pog. Hell yes. Excellent. Pride pog. Pride pog, pride pog. I need to get these up side by side. Maybe I don't. Let me just copy this over for reference. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy that over for reference. Also, that black needs to be blacker. I think I might need to lighten this again. There we go. That's what we want. Except that we want this layer to be darker. 9. How am I going to do this? I'm just going to turn that off and leave that the way it is. That'll be fine. That looks better. Right, so that's that layer. So how am I going to go about this? So like that, because it looks like this is going to have to be slightly curved because of the way that that panel works there. So it looks like that is basically just sitting behind that one. Okay, that's number 2. So then we need these lines that come down here. Thing is, no, I'm going to shift these both forwards because it's going to be a hell of a lot easier if these just go over the doors. Where's the wireframe mesh? The wireframe layer. Wire, there we go. It's going to be a hell of a lot easier if these just go on the door. Might not be as pretty, but it's going to be a hell of a lot easier. And then we need to expand this layer, which I can just do with another, oops, with another one of these. I'll copy it all onto the other side when I'm done. So that's the first part. Where are my layers I'm working on? Here are my layers I'm working on. So then there's that little bit there. That's this colour. This is working on the principle of just add lines until it looks good. Hello. I'm replicating the Ferrari livery onto the Bimmer. So the race starts at, well, the race session starts. Ooh, and low. That ain't right. Ooh, ooh. That ain't pretty. The race session starts at 4. Let me check the forums. So there are 3 starts and we're doing the last start. Yeah, 4 o'clock. But yeah, I need to replace that layer with... So can I do anything about the jaggies here, do you reckon? Because literally all I did was just delete them. But what would probably be better would be to, instead of deleting them, yeet them. Overwrite. Like that. With minimum tolerance. Because then at least we have some semblance of anti-aliasing. There we go. That's better. Right, so then we've got this stripe here. This is all made slightly more difficult by the way that it, by the way the livery curves very slightly up there. Oh, this needs to be a layer above. This ain't Mama's first rodeo. Actually, I don't need to curve them anymore, do I? I need to make them straight now. This is going to make it a lot easier. So that bit, this bit, I should just make it sample the whole image. And then eat that off of both of them. Yep, that is correct. And then we put a big old pale stripe down the middle of this one. The camo makes it look like it's slightly wiggly when it isn't. Almost there. So now we just do that line. Let's just turn the wireframe back on again. So that line. Which is the narrowest of the lot. Thank you. I'm literally just duplicating what Jordan made. Right, and that's the stripes. So that's the side of the car done. Obviously I need to flip it onto the other side as well. Paint.net. It's like a free version of Photoshop, sort of. It's nowhere near as powerful. I'm going to slap the same logo onto the roof. In the same orientation. So I need a Twitch logo. That's some JPEG artifacting there, that is. Actually. So what was the font that Jordan was using again? Montserrat. Right, now I have an idea for how to do this next bit. I don't know if it's going to work particularly well. Yes, that's kind of going to work. That's sampling the image, not the layer. There we go. It's not perfect, but it works. I could move this one up into the middle and just make it a bit more balanced. Right, so where are those decal spots? And also, where's the team logo? Because we obviously need a team logo on the car. Team logo I'm going to have to duplicate off the other one. That's going to be a bit awkward because it's going to do that. Oh, what the hell happened there? Whatever's happening, it's not taking it well. Problem is I don't have a version of the logo, which is, that's the problem. It's got so many individual tiny selections and it's really struggling. This is going to be difficult. I didn't anticipate this being a problem. As I have the team logo on just a grey background like that, or a brown background even. but that doesn't help me because it doesn't have the border. Unless I try to implement it in a slightly different way. I mean, okay, step one. Let's just invert the colours of this one. Because that's what the starting point for this is. I might have to recreate the logo. Can I? So most of the livery wouldn't open very well in paint.net, but can I get the logos off it? No, it's still fucked them up. Where's my toolbar gone? No, this isn't going to work. What I'm going to have to do is just in order to get a logo on there, I'm just going to have to slap it on in a separate layer like this. No, I can make it a bit nicer. By extending it back onto the wheel arch and by cutting it out here. Oh. 9. And then bumping this part down here. That works. That's going to have to be it. I think that's the best I can do. Right. I might just stop some of these bars a bit earlier so that they look a bit less odd. Oh shit, wrong layer. So this layer. Cut that there. That's better. That makes me like that a lot more. So where's this little one down here? Where's that coming from? That's this one, isn't it? Yeah. Oh. Nah, that's better without. That works. Actually, I can integrate that quite nicely, I reckon, because I could... where's that bar? I can work with this bar. Because I can do something like that. Then get rid of these two little bits. Where are those two little bits? That layer. That works. I mean, this bit down here doesn't quite work, but that generally works as a concept. I might just take out the top bit and not the bottom bit. I like that. Okay, now I just need to slap the logo on the bonnet as well, which should be relatively simple. I just need, hang on, where are the logo sponsor blocks? Yes, so that it can go here. I just need to lop out that much of the, oops, of the brown. Yeah. Oh. Did I cut out the wrong layers? Oh, I cut that layer out as well somehow. Don't know how I achieved that. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Let's just make life a little bit easier for ourselves. Select that. Not global. Apparently there's one pixel in the middle that's a different colour. And get rid of that. Cool, and then what we do is we just delete everything that's not brown. And rotate it, copy it, paste it, twist it, bop it. Right, that's the bonnet badge. So I guess I just slap the sponsors onto the back, put the logo on the rear wing, so here, so I'll just use that to line it up. Nice and big. There we go. Oop, where'd it go? Oh, it's under the wing carbon layer. There we go. Right, I need to check what that bit is. Yeah, and then just whack the sponsor badges onto the rear bumpers. So let's get that wire mesh back on, and where are you supposed to put sponsors on the rear panels? They're supposed to be in those tiny little blocks there. So I can at least line them up with those tiny little blocks there. There we go. Now I just need to save that. And then I need to flatten everything on this side. Oh, crap. How am I going to do this? Because I need to copy all of this over to the other side. I think the best way is probably going to be to turn everything else off. Export this. Then copy this. Flip horizontal. I should copy it without the team logo. Which one's the logo? Is it that one? It's that one. Okay. So unfortunately I can't just, I can't just select through, so I need to save it as a PNG again. Then grab the logo from whichever layer that was. This layer, so that it's the same size. Flip this horizontally, add a new layer, add the logo to the new layer. Still kind of fits. Not quite as well, but it still kind of fits. Flatten that down, then rotate it 180 degrees, copy it, add a new layer there, turn the wire mesh back on so I can line it up, and then work out what I need to line up with where. So is there one of these corners that conveniently lines up exactly with the edge of a bit of wire mesh? No. And I also need to get rid of these bits up here that overlap this stuff, because I don't know what this stuff does, and I don't want to accidentally paint it the wrong colour, and I need to sort that out. I can have a reasonably good guess just by lining that corner up, actually. So where does that pixel go? So that, there is no light pixel there, so it's there is where it ought to line up. Cool, okay, and then we just delete the bits that we don't need. And the bits that overlap stuff that isn't supposed to be there. I'm assuming that that stuff probably wants to be black. I don't know. I don't know any of this stuff. Turn the wing carbon on. So then I need to fix this stuff down here. So that's, delete that. And then I need to just go through and wipe off anything on this layer here that goes below here. There we go. And that ought to be it. That should be the full livery done. So let's just turn back on the bits that we need. So we need that one, don't we? Don't know what that layer does. Hang on, maybe that's just a selection mask. Number blocks, we don't need the number blocks on. We want to turn on the commutable area car decal, number panels, headlight metal panels, grille metal, pit box colours, I need to change them, windshield banner. Oh yeah, the banner doesn't have a logo on it right now. Don't want the medium one. Okay, yeah, just the word yeet. Unfortunately, I can't really put the words big dick energy up there, can I? There we go. So pit box colors, we're just going to have it in the dark brown. Hang on, no, we want that one to be the dark brown, and we want the other one to be the beige. is there anything else we need to turn on? So that's layer group turn off. Yeah, we definitely don't want those turned on. Yeah, that's special metallic parts. Let me just have a quick look at the default one to see which layers are turned on that I'm missing. Hello. Nope. So, mask. Car mandatory. So which one is the BMW logo on? Because that's missing at the moment. The mask, it's on car mandatory. Then why is it missing? If I painted over it. Oh no, I just haven't turned on car mandatory. Yep, there we go. That's what it was missing. Right, I think that's it. The yeet is slightly off center. Yeah, it's definitely off center. Nope, absolutely not. We couldn't have a wonky yeet. I feel like we should have some symbol there and used as like yeet energy. Or maybe we should just leave it. I feel like it shouldn't be the same colour as the rest of the car for some reason. I don't know, I just feel like that should be a different colour. I mean, these banners often are. Where's the car mandatory layer? Let's put it in BMW blue and see how that looks. Yeah, let's do that. So it has to be a target, doesn't it? So, no, it can be a PNG. Here we go. There's going to have to be public for now, isn't it? I did save the unflattened version. I don't really want to add it to the showroom. Hang on, just me, sorry. Yes. Just me. There's a really big button there. I was thinking, I've done this before. I've absolutely done this before. Apparently that didn't work. Oh well. Trading paints can be a bit finicky sometimes. There we go. Right, let's have a look. I think it's running. Yep. And crew chief.
Radio check.
Spotter, radio check.
Cool, let's see how this thing looks then. Oh, things are going click and clunk. I am getting too old. Shall I confidently close this and assume that I've done it all correctly and it'll look perfect in game first time? I'm going to do that. I'm going to close it extremely confidently. See, do you see that confidence? Total confidence that I've managed to repaint it correctly first time. Let's see. That still looks like Deutsche Post to me. Why are we racing in Deutsche Post livery still? That looks a lot like Deutsche Post to me. Oh boy, how do I refresh this? Oh, hang on. No, that's a team paint. Is it trying to use a team paint at the moment? Oh, I don't know. Help. Hmm. I mean, maybe it just hasn't updated yet. If I put it into painting mode, does that mean that it will it'll refresh more quickly? Press Control R in the iRacing sim to reload your car texture. Oh right, that's using a local paint. So I don't want to use local paints, because there is no local paint, and now it's updated it back to my normal Logitech one. 4 gig patch, yep, absolutely 4 gig patch. Where's the local paint? Documents, iRacing, paint, whatever, vehicle folder. Okay, so if I just run a testing session with it, or sorry, if I just put it into a local folder, then I can test it out. Yep, I've got the countdown timer. And also a fuel gauge, seeing as you can't see it on the Z4. So if I rename the repaint to my customer number, hang on while I just bugger around back and forth for a bit. Oh, hang on. It's already there. The livery is in the folder. Yeah, look. These are all the paints that Trading Paint has downloaded for the Z4, and look, there it is. That's upside down. I've just realised.
The track temperature's rising.
Oops.
It's now 37 Celsius.
Yeah, it's in there. So if I just put it in painting mode and then hit Control R. Huh. Anyway, I need to flip that round. It's probably this layer, that layer, this layer. One of the layers. That layer. Not that layer. That layer. I just saved that as a DDS. Yeah, that'll really help. I mean, DDS is a great texture format. But Targa's what I need. Right, I mean, it's in painting mode, so it should just be loading from this folder. I mean, the way Trading Paints works is it downloads stuff to this folder. Like one folder per car. I'll also try re-uploading it to Trading Paints again. I mean, I need to anyway because it's the wrong way up. Right, sign up should be open at the moment, shouldn't it? Wait. No, ignore me. Still another hour before. I need to think about that. Remind me when my first stint is. So my first stint is at 11:15. 11:15. I don't think it would work to nudge anyone else around to make me earlier. No, it would end up with quadruple stints for some people, and that's not going to work. Nope, that's the best that we can do. Ooh, we might be good.
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
Unconventional control layout at the moment. I just want to get a cool screenshot. This is an interesting position to drive from. Right, there should be a cool screenshot somewhere in that lot. No, the wheel's in the same place. It's just normally the camera would be over here. So it's about 2 feet off to my right. Yeet. What do you reckon? Oh god, what are the camera controls? What are the camera controls? I forget every time. There's a key combo to go into screenshot mode, or not screenshot mode, to go into replay camera control mode. Open the camera tool, control F12. Right, so... that doesn't work. I have no idea what I'm doing. Control Z for free cam. Ah. Oh, hello.
The track temp's increasing. It's now 36 Celsius.
Ah, I can go forwards and backwards. Okay. And then... Ah, I see. That'll do. Oh shit. And then we turn that off. Cool. Does that have a bunch of big white borders around the edge, which I didn't want? No, it doesn't. Cool. That will do. So... Oh, apparently we have Ravi 2 now. Oh, come on. Actually upload the repaint. Come on, upload. Come on, Twitch. You can... Not Twitch. Come on, Discord. You can do it. There we go. That'll do. That's our repaint. Right, so timings. I mean, the reason I've got them the way they are at the moment is so there's at least 8 hours gap for anyone to sleep in, basically. So there's 8 hours of Nick sleep time, 8 hours of me sleep time, and 8 hours of you sleep time. And then Ravi gets none because all of his will be the same day. So if I were to swap you and me, then that means that you've only got 6 hours gap here. So unless you're planning on actually staying awake all the way until midday tomorrow, I think probably not. Yeah, I think these stints are as the best they're going to be. Because otherwise you're going to have to stay awake from now all the way to midday tomorrow, and I don't think that's going to work. I've done the midnight shift a few times now. I'm fine with it. Plus these times will get moved around as we start racing anyway. Speaking of which, we have 2 hours left to go. So, do you want to try and get delivery on the car? So, what would happen? As we get damage, yes. Like, take a good look at this screenshot. This is the prettiest you're ever going to see the car. It's all going to go downhill from here on out. I should have set the car number as 69. I'm just going to post it in my chat, in my Discord. You know the thing that's like chat, but when you're not streaming. Yep, it'll be all the way up. We won't be able to see over it at all. Awesome, awesome. That's the thing I was going to do. I was going to go to my channel. Hello me. Shut up. Don't like you. Who'd like this guy? Why do you watch this guy? Where have they moved the list of viewers to? Users in chat. I was going to oh well, whatever. Apparently I'm not going to do that. Fair enough. At least the webcam seems to be working consistently today. So I guess we could do some practice. I guess. There's not going to be any time to do a VRS race. I mean, actually, I am actually going to have plenty of time to do a VRS endurance. Not a VRS endurance race, sorry. No, we can't do a VRS endurance at the same time. But where's normal VRS gone? There it is. But there would actually be time for me to do a regular VRS, because the races are 40 minutes, so it should end by 4:15. I just don't know what would happen if I'm currently registered in one session when the team registers for another session. I don't know if I'd have to be re-added to the team or something. Yep. No, I just don't know if I can be registered in one session while the team registers in another. Registration is for the team. Fair enough. I might as well, seeing as I'm not driving until 10 PM, I might as well do a practice race now. I'm not exactly going to wear myself out. Then I'll join the team session later. And then I don't know what we're going to do in the time while I'm not driving. Because there's going to be a good while a good while after we've started when I'm not driving. In fact, there's going to be 6 hours after we've started when I'm not driving. So I'm going to leave the stream up, but I'm going to have to do something in that time. So what are interesting things I can do in that time while I have it open in my second monitor? What can we do? I guess we could make more cars for Romsey. Like 6 hours, I can make some headway in that time. Obviously, I can just hang around and make sure that I can hop in if there's a problem. Let's just get my chat up in the right places. And make sure I'm not going to pull my brake cable out. There we go. Restream chat up on the laptop. Cool. So I assume I've got the right channel names on the back of the car. I've definitely got my channel right. Well, probably. I didn't actually check. Shall we have a look when I get into the session? Well, as per usual. Yes, if you copy the non-edit link. In fact, just hit !stints and then just copy whatever the link is in that, and that'll be fine. And you have edit permissions on it as well.
The leader has just done a 218.29.
Oh, is it not going to let me do that? I need to just check that I'm getting everything in this chat. Yes, I am. Cool.
The pit lane speed limit
Ooh,
is 60
why-
kilometers per hour.
Why aren't you here?
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 34 Celsius.
Why is... Oh, it's because I'm in full screen mode. There we go. The only way to get VSync in windowed mode is to start iRacing in full screen mode and then Alt-Tab out of it.
Take care, there's a car approaching.
Ooh, stutter. So yeah, the car's not sketchy at all, except on the outlap, where it likes to spin through Radian and Blanchemont. So it's a huge lift on the outlaps. Wouldn't it be nice if borderless windowed mode didn't stutter like a bitch? Because then I could run without borders and with the overlays on. As it stands, I can choose between stuttery mess and no borders. Wait. I can choose between stuttery mess and borders. That's what I meant. See, I've set up the the fuel gauge on the left so that it's in a nice, tidy position for the stream. But what that also means is that for me it's just floating in the middle of the left of the screen. Yeah, see on the outlap, Longchampmont's a bit scary. Hello, that isn't our Leon behind me, is it? Leon. Two pronunciations. No spelling way of discerning between them. Oh no. Wishy-washy. That's not the line. Ooh, where was the off track there? I didn't see it. Oh well. I might need to tuck my laptop closer so I can read it better. It is! I thought it might be. I wonder if we're going to get into the same split. Oh, hello. Does that mean he's going to chase me down? Because I think he is faster than me. It's 32 degrees at the moment, so I should be lapping 20s. With my current full fuel load. This is just the practice session for the 3 PM race. So this is a race practice lobby. Spooky. Tell you what, shall we hang around a bit? Because I want to see what our livery looks like from on track.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 32 Celsius. B32.
Yeah, you need to be able to sign up for the main session. Let's just get off the line.
The leader's just done
It doesn't matter if
218.
we're off.
Car right. Clear right.
There's the boy. Ah, wrong livery. Wrong livery. It says the team livery, presumably. Not the solo livery. There he is. Oh no. I'm hoping we get into the same split now. I think we have a very similar I rating. What's that guy doing? Where's he going? Where are you going, Renee? Where are you going? Where are you going?
That looked bad. Can you confirm that you're alright, please, Chris?
Where are you going?
Come on, respond, please.
Repairs needed? No shit. Just hold the throttle, full yeet. Funk. Where he going? Space is the answer. I hadn't got anywhere to go there. Where's this guy? What happened to him? It's a nice livery. Whee! Ah, he survived. Well, sort of.
In the outlap and do that shit you saw.
Oh boy. Are you ready, kids?
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line.
Yeah, it's sketchy the first time through on new tyres. Oh god. Oh no. I was trying to adjust something on my laptop and it didn't go well. Laptops and driving. Name a more iconic duo. Let me get some water. I mean, if you watch the police driving around with their laptops on, you'd think it would be fine. Right, I'm just moving my laptop closer so I can actually see it while I'm driving without having to look all the way off to the left. Listen to those gear shifts. I'd like to at least be able to see it in my peripheral vision. Or rather, I'd like to at least be able to see the screen in my peripheral vision. There we go, I guess. Probably. That'll do. Oh yeah, no foot cam today. There were just too many things on the screen, so I turned it off. So the race should be starting now, in theory. What subtitles have I been doing? Wrong one. 21 threes. Yeah, fine. Right. Are you ready, kids? I can't hear you. Aye, aye, Honourable Chairman. Yep. People just lose it through Blanchemont. The thing is, at Blanchemont, if you lift mid-corner, like if you think that you're about to go out wide, the thing not to do is lift mid-corner, because then the nose comes in too far and the back goes around. You have to just accept the off-track. If you think that you're going to be scary through Blanchemont, you need to do a little lift before you even start turning in. The other thing is, if you nibble the inside curb, that is going to send you flying off towards an off-track. There's nothing you can do about it. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yeah, basically it's don't get the middle of the car off the edge of the white lines. Or off the edge of the curbs. Who have we got in here? Ah, we're in different sessions. That's a shame. Oh well, and I am 9th I rating in the split. Right. So our goal, as it was yesterday, is no more than 8x. Yeah, I'm 1.715k at the moment. But yeah, if I get less than 8x, then I get a safety rating gain. If I get more than 8x, I get a safety rating loss. Really, the goal is don't get more than 3x, because that's the average number that I need to get in order to not get a penalty. And really, the aim is not to get more than 1x, because by the time that Nick's handed me all of his penalties, I will have none left to do.
Speed limit
I'm
is
not
60
I'm not on
kilometers per
quali
hour.
fuel. Quali fuel. Edit. Quali fuel. I'm expecting our first penalty to be within the first hour.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. Okay, Chris, we've got 2 laps to get the job done, mate.
Yeah, the off-tracks are basically if you get the middle of the car over the edge of the curbs. I feel like my chair's off to the left today. I mean, it's not completely fixed in place. It's the wheels are held in place by a little. When I made my pedal set, I added a adapter plate to it, which holds the chair a fixed distance away from the pedal set. So while I am still racing on an office chair, at least I'm racing on an office chair that doesn't try to roll away from me. Right, now expect me to shut up for the quali lap. Oh, also the fuel gauge on the left doesn't start until you've done 2 laps. I mean, the amount of fuel you've got left ticks down, but... Oh. But it doesn't give you a time or a laps count until you've actually done 2 laps. Right, so this is the out lap, so big ol' lift in Blanchimont. Cold tyres do not like Blanchimont. Also, it's 32 degrees right now. So this probably isn't going to be a 19. that's going to be a slow entry. Alright exit though. But I probably lost like 3/10. Right, now we hope they're warm enough. They're warm enough! Yay! We didn't die. Not dead. I need a not dead emote. That was too early. That was bad. Slow. I mean, it's going to be a quali lap. It's not going to be the best in the world. Should I just link that to your Twitch for the time being? Because, like, I'm not even linking my own YouTube channel here. And that's quite a lot of random characters to include the YouTube link in there. 19.6.
P5. That lap time was 2:19.64.
That lap will do me just fine. That's one of the most annoying off tracks just there. When you go over the inside. Let's see if we can go any faster. I mean, we have got less fuel. Tiny amount less fuel, but we have got less fuel on board. And there were a few places where I choked the corner exits last time. Brave. But I think I nailed the last chicane last time.
Fastest lap for Powell, 2:19.36. P11, that was at 2:19.93.
Slower. That's fine. Just fine. I'm just going to move my keyboard a little bit so I don't accidentally hit it while driving, which is what I just did. There we go. Maybe. Possibly. Go on. This cable's got caught somewhere.
That's the end of the session. P11.
P11 will do me just fine. I know I'm not a particularly great qualifier. What I need to do this time is not lose it up radiant. Or radillion. Which is a much better way of saying it. Setup, main setup, done. Cool, right, is my chair actually off to the left a little bit? No, it's actually off to the right a little bit. Apparently my arse lies to me. Right, so fuel. 25 litres was absolutely enough. 25 litres was enough with a lap to spare. So I could take 22 litres. 23. That's been enough with a lap to spare for the last 2 races. So if I take 23, then I can save a fraction of a second in the pits. Don't die. Great advice. Right, that's all the way over to the left. Where have I left the wheel? There we go. That's the middle. Let's start out by going in a straight line. Nigel Wee. That's an unfortunate name. I don't think I would want to be called Nigel Wee. Have I got reduced force feedback when parked turned on?
19 Celsius.
Come on, Joseph.
Catch up to car number 10.
Oh no, it's not Joseph, it's somebody else who just left. Right, time to drag the brakes. Oh, I'm starting on the outside row for once. That's unusual. Well, the outside through the chicane where we're going to go. My brakes should be nice and warm.
Okay, Chris, be ready. Go.
Oh god.
Right side.
Oh god.
You're in the
Where's my
middle.
spotter?
Looks like P3's gone off in La Source.
Oh my
On your
god.
left. Clear left.
Okay, well,
On
F.
your left. Still there. Clear left.
Oh my god, okay. Where was my spotter?
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left.
Good start.
Was my spotter active? I thought it was clear left. Who is that? Jared, number 6. Oh my word. Full fuel, yes. I remember what full fuel is like. Full fuel is heavy. You might even say thick. Couple tires. Yep. Thick. I've even got my rearview mirror set to a wider angle than standard so that I can see people coming up the side of me better. There was a lot of lifting through Blanchemont amongst the field there.
P7.
Right, does that really count as a good first lap? Because somebody did go to the moon. Different split. Well, kind of, except that I went into the side of somebody who I didn't know was there.
Okay, Chris, the next car is Auto.
They're trying it up ahead. That was completely normal physics happening. That is what physics looks like in the real world. I know because I live in the real world where there are physics. No. Oh. Okay, fine. Oh god, what's happening up ahead? What's happening here? I'm glad I'm not involved in it. Oh god, it's happened again. That's the second time I've done... Oh my god. Oh, I'm so
There's an
sorry.
incident in the chicane. It looks like it's
Oh, I'm
Auto.
so sorry.
Clear left. Car left. Clear left. Left side.
Watch your speed.
That
The
was
lane
me.
speed limit
Oh,
is
for fuck's
60
sake,
kilometers per hour.
dude!
Clear left.
Dude! I know about the dangers of that. That's going to be the big F. Oh, we're ready. We're ready, alright. 24 hours, here we come. I didn't even stop in the right place in the box. Oh, we're ready. Yep. It's just that much grass. That much is enough to kill you. See here, fine. Here, not fine. And unfortunately that guy was there. Oh, I'm so sorry. Just the tiniest little nibble. What does it look like from the rear? Because the back's wider than the front, remember? Yeah, the whole... I mean, it started rotating there, but I think the whole... I think the whole of the... I think the whole of the rear of the car was off at that point. Where is he?
The leader has just done a 219.84.
That wasn't... No, he's trying to apologise to somebody else. Oh, that wasn't his fault. Hang on, I mean that... When did that happen? Well, we're gonna finish. We're gonna finish the race. Ooh. Ooh. That's some new alignment. Why is my mic gain just heading all the way down? Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I might have been able to save it in another sim, but I shouldn't have done it in the first place. Oh, look, when I hit the brakes, the car just nuzzled its way to the left. I was actually facing... See, before I hit the brakes, I had a reasonably good clean line, and then after I hit the brakes, the car nudged left, and that extra inch was enough to murder me, and consequently murder that guy instead. If that guy hadn't been there, I'd have saved it. Oh well. Oh well. Let's just... Oi, turn off. Let's just fix the Nightbot command while we're at it then.
The leader's just done a 219.67.
That doesn't work because... There we go, that'll do.
Clark in front is pitting.
F for safety. Safety is not allowed. Safety rating has left the chat. Still, we've got a few practice laps left to do. I'm going to have some biscuits. Look, I've done that twice now. The first time I did it didn't really matter, because there was nobody there to hit, but that time it did matter. Let's not do that in the 24. Hopefully Leon's doing better than me. Actual proper Ritz crackers is what we have today. And not custard creams in a single file packet, because that is illegal. That is completely banned. Potato, potato. At least they're not the American biscuits, which appear to be sort of scones, but you put gravy in? Well, no, it's not gravy, because American gravy is something completely different as well. Right, what can we do with this time? Shall we just have a look at some of the best trading paints that you can get, because I found some exceptional ones. I mean, this is what I was running the other day, obviously. But this is just the best. Like, could you possibly think of a better livery than this? How much time must it have taken to line this up over the panel joints? Like, seriously, how long must that have taken? That's cool. That's illegal. That's pretty neat. Oh, they finally got rid of them. Took them long enough. What have they got instead, or have they got anything instead? Have they taken some of the 08 E200s by any chance? Illegal! Very illegal. Not okay. Yeah, I thought so. Perfectly acceptable. No. Just no. No, not allowed. That's fine. '64 reg ones, okay. So the illegal liveries are the ones that were are for a different manufacturer. Like, they're just not allowed. What's this going to mean for fuel? Because I'm going to end up not having done 14 minutes of race. So if I just add, like, 5 litres. So 14 minutes. That's exactly 6 laps. So 27 litres. That's 27 litres I don't need. And I was going to... Actually, I don't need any extra fuel. So it looks like I'll just be going to the end. Unless the engine blows up. Because, you know, I hit him with the side of the car, and that means that the engine will probably be dead. We might as well take the optionals. We're in last place anyway. Like, 25th is more than a lap ahead of us. So we're just going to finish and get that safety rating. Not as big an F as it could have been otherwise. I think I'm probably on 8x, aren't 9x, yeah. F. Big F. Oh, maybe I'll do another one. Like, I'll watch the start, and then maybe I'll do another one once we've started. There's another 3 minutes. Why am I sitting here getting ready? So have they managed to bend this thing back into shape yet? What's my alignment look like now? Ooh. Ooh, -7 degrees of camber. This is going to be spicy. Bonk. No. Don't start. The radiator's probably dead. And for some reason they don't like replacing that. What liveries do you get for the AMG then? Slightly less illegal. Very slightly less illegal. These are people uploading their own 24-hour liveries. Is that the BMW art car? That's illegal. Right, that's absolutely acceptable. 100%. Oh boy! So how many people started this race? 25th is in the pits behind me. That's probably the guy I murdered. Let's have a look. Is that the guy I murdered? No. Thought it was a... Oh, that's got smoke coming out of it. No, it hasn't. It had dust coming out of it. Right, now we find out how fucked the engine is. So I'm going to adopt a strategy of just keeping much further to the right than I think I need to on the way into the chicane. That's going to be my strat. Steering is central.
There's a car behind. Take care, rejoin him. Blue flag.
Right, this is going to be sketchy again through Radian for the first time on now very cold
You've
tyres.
got 20 minutes left. Alright, Chris, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel.
See, what I've done is I've just done the most amazing fuel saving strategy you've ever seen. That's the game plan here. I think the problem with that corner, and the reason why I've had trouble in it twice now, is that the back of the car is so much wider than the front. So I'm placing it so that the front end's fine, which in the Ferrari would be fine because the back end isn't much wider than the front. But in this, the back end is like 2 feet wider than the front end. I mean, you just have to look at it from the outside to see that. So I need to not place the front tyres correctly. I need to place the front tyres like a foot inside what's correct. And then the back tyres will be on the borderline. Ooh. Sketchy!
Blue flag.
Freezing cold tyres.
Right side.
Blue flag.
Oh god,
Clear right.
that was nothing to do with me.
We think it might be Granheim.
Clear left.
Absolutely nothing
Heads
to
up,
do with
there's a
me,
car
that one.
rejoining. B26.
He just pulled over too early. That wasn't me. I will take the blame for a lot of things, but that's not one of them. I mean, this race is already written off. Back is definitely spookier than it used to be. Oh, somebody's spun there. I started so well as well. With my incident avoidance, and then I became the incident. I'm on what, 13x now? It will be a miracle if my safety rating survives the 24. So my goal, right, is to not have any penalties on my stints. Yeah, there are some spooky places now. So after this race, we will be immediately signing into the actual session, because the actual session will start.
There's an incident in the chicane. It looks like Peterson.
I think they were just going into the pits. I don't think that was actually an incident.
Okay, Chris. There's a car exit in the pits. Heads up.
Yeah, there they are. Still doing 22s with really quite a lot of aero damage. So this is probably the view that we'll actually have in the 24. The extra bonnet scoop. The back is so wide.
15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
I mean, I know I won't be last, because people have already retired. I think it's a 29 strong grid, so I'm third last, but I'm not last. Problem is, even if somebody on the lead lap were to retire now, I still wouldn't get their position. I'll restart the stream for the 24. Ooh, a position!
Okay, Chris, keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. That's the fastest lap of the race. Sector 1 is 0.8 off the pace. Blue flag.
On your right. Clear right.
It's Nigel Wee again.
Blue flag.
Such a bad name. Oh my god.
Left side, clear left.
There's no brakes on the Wee train.
Blue flag. The leader's pitting now.
I think I'm faster than these guys. With this much damage. Oh, that's frustrating. It's like the 24 Hours of Le Mans all over again. I have the pace to fight at the front, but I'm quarter of an hour down. It's like a mini Le Mans 24.
On your right. Clear right.
I don't know because I've got 40
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up.
40 litres of fuel left. There you go, 20 minutes.
B25. Your lap time was 2:24.00.
Yep. Nope. This one hasn't gone too well. What's my 15 minutes of damage repair, you mean? See all those red numbers?
Yeah.
They're all at least one lap ahead of me. The thing that went wrong is that the back of the car is 2 feet wider than the front of the car. So while I was braking, the front of the car was completely on the road. The back of the car wasn't.
Alright, Chris. 10
So I
minutes
need
to
to give
go.
an
That's
extra
10
foot
minutes
of
left.
clearance while
Come
I'm
on, we can
braking.
do better than this. Focus on your exits. Keep it smooth.
It was just off tracks, was it?
No, the back of the car got on the grass while I was braking.
Oh, okay. It spun.
It spun. I didn't hit a barrier, I hit another car.
Oh dear.
Yep.
Not A1 popular person then.
No. No, I'm not going to be a popular chap today. Another person murdered themselves on me, but I was going in a completely straight line and they were overtaking me. So I'm not taking that one. Still, I'm going to the end. 9 minutes.
Oh, sorry. It's counting out. That's
Yeah, that's how much fuel I've got left. I have 18 minutes of fuel left in the tank.
Is that an add-on?
Yep.
You don't have to keep working it out.
Yep.
It's useful.
It was here. See how the car pulls a little to the left under braking? It did that before the damage as well. But in that braking zone the car pulls a little to the left when you're braking. Presumably because of the camber of the road or something. And because of that, I got the wheel, one of the rear wheels on the grass just before the curb starts. And that spun the car. Which is 100% my fault because I shouldn't have got the wheel on the grass in the first place. But still, you know, even with the damage, I'm managing to keep up with the top 10. I was in 9th when it happened. Yeah, it's just I found that out 2 races ago as well. To err is human and all that.
I think it's the third time where.
Well, the third time. Yeah, it's definitely the third time where it becomes stupid. To make the same mistake twice is good scientific practice. Still, we've got our stints all worked out.
When are you starting?
My first stint is at 11:15,
Oh, right. Okay.
and then I'm doing until 1 in the morning. And then I'm doing it again at 9 in the morning. Yeah, it was the best we could work out. As really we need somebody on the west coast or somebody in Australia or something to do the transition between American late night and European early morning. Yeah, see here the car kinks to the right as you hit the brakes. Left even. The other way. The wrong way. I know my rights from lefts.
There's the next person up the road. Same lap as
I have no idea how many laps up they are. They're actually only 1 lap up the road. So you know, if anything happens, I'm there. I took the extra 3 minutes of repairs, which means of optional repairs, which means if I hadn't taken that, I could have been ahead of them right now. But I'd have had 3 more minutes of damage on the car.
Okay, Chris, you've used half your fuel.
So you know, if they have to pit or anything, then I can get them.
5 minutes remaining, 5 minutes left. You're all over the place. Come on, man, get your head back together.
Thanks. I haven't had any more incidents since that last one. That's truthful. Now I have. Oh, Luigi isn't happy.
ironic that.
Yep. Normally, anyway. Sometimes people use it genuinely. But mostly they mean, thanks for spinning me, you arsehole. Or words to that effect. Oh, they're going side by side. Yeah, I'm just going to be super cautious into the chicane. I think that's the strat. That's the play I'm going to use. Oh, David Graham's in the pits. I'm on the same
Come on,
lap as him.
Chris.
I've overtaken him.
Push. We can get this guy.
I have actually overtaken somebody. Presumably they got more damage. See, I'm staying with the group ahead, 7, 8 and 9, and that's even with all the damage on the car. I know they're fighting, but I'm still managing to stay with them. That could have been me fighting with the pink Hello Kitty Ferrari. So we have to average no more than 6 incidents per lap to not get penalties.
Not per lap.
Sorry, we have to average 6 laps per incident.
Ah. The rest of those was easily achievable.
Yeah, no, that would be very easily achievable. So an off-track is when the middle of the car goes over the edge of the curb. As in, over the wrong side of the curb.
Is that true in every corner?
Yes. Including where they have runoffs like that.
Just 2 minutes left. 2 minutes to go.
Unfortunately, I can't really make up any more places because even if somebody disqualifies on the lead lap at the moment, I still won't pick up the position. That was bad. I could see myself going into the paint, so I just lifted early.
Blue flag. One more lap to go.
One in front, jump.
Yeah, that's what happens when their connection drops for a fraction of a second.
Yeah, you changed up to 6 later then when you hit the rev limiter. I wonder if that's better or worse than changing earlier.
Feels fine. That was
Okay,
fine.
Chris. 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
25 seconds of rest.
Car right. Still there. Clear right.
Blue flag.
See, that one was a genuine thank you. Because he's fighting with this guy who's coming up behind me now, and now I've put myself between him and the guy he's fighting.
Yeah.
So he's probably quite grateful.
Right side. Clear right.
It's not going to make any difference to the race outcome.
Let's go see that.
Blue flag. Incident in La Source.
Ram him.
Looks like it's Schlager. B24. There's the checkered flag.
Oh, why am I watching this guy? Oh boy. Shall I show you the dum-dum? Because I was having a really good fight up to that point. Is this the dum-dum? No, that's... Here we go. Yeah, see, so if you look at this from the front... See, the front is still on the tarmac.
Yeah, but the car's not pointing straight.
But the rear end is very much not on the tarmac. And then this happened, and oh, I'm so sorry. Apparently their car was fine because that was them who I just let through at the very end who was fighting for 10th. So apparently they were fine. But yeah, that...
You just hit them from the side. It was complete. It was just a...
Yeah.
It wasn't a head-on type thing. You just,
No. I mean, I was
side on
holding the...
impact, so it's probably the least bad way to hit someone.
Yeah.
If you've gone piled into the nose first, I think they might not have survived.
Yeah. No, I was holding the brakes all the way, but that was... Yeah. Must do better. And there's the... John Cena music.
So if you hadn't hit them completely side on, I think it would have been a lot worse.
Yep.
For them.
Yes. Oh well. Well, that happened.
That's one thing not to do in the race.
Oh, I've learnt a lot of things not to do in the race. Oh, tell me the bad news. Yay!
Your rating gone down.
Yes, and the safety rating. Yay! Oh man. See, the best lap time overall was well within the reach of my own best laps.
But they stayed on the track.
Yep. Yep. Oh well. There is bugger all I can do about it now. Except not do it again. Right. I am going to restart the stream as an actual race stream. So I will be